So you're looking on a job posting website, you're looking around, you're looking at the job requirements, and it's not just matching up to what you are having experience with. Should you apply? Should you not? Know a lot of you guys are struggling with this. You're not having success in the job market. Now you're at the point now where you're just trying to figure out, do you apply and just hope for the best, or you don't want to come across desperate, or worse, come across as actually getting an interview and then looking like a dummy in the interview because you just can't actually get the job or don't qualify for it. But I got 3 things that we're going to talk about today, guys, so that we can put you in a position to apply for a job regardless of the job requirements and get you to that job that you want. Let me explain. The number one thing I like to go over, guys, when you actually applying for a job is the number one thing is the experience within reason, guys. That's a key indicator because everything else really comes down to the technical fundamentals, but just talk about the actual experience. Let's just say you have 0 experience as a software developer and you're trying to apply for a job as a software development manager or lead developer. Don't do that. That's just letting a employer know that you're completely delusional and you have really no idea of what you're getting yourself into. But if you 0 experience and you're applying for something that maybe 1-2 years experience, you got a lot of training projects under your belt, you've taken my 7-step guide and kind of know how that goes in the 30-day developer course, maybe then you can apply if you showcase your value correctly. But at the end of the day, guys, you got to understand that when you are applying for a job, you got to make sure it's within reason. Let's just say, hey, I'm applying for a standard developer position and I have let's just say the job is requiring 5 years experience. You got 4.5, 3. I would still apply for that because now you can speak to some of that technologies that's on there. And if you are a good fit, they'll make an exception. And you guys hear that word, an exception. If thing matches up, if you're a good actual fit for a company, they will make an exception as long as it's within reason, guys. So make sure it's within reason. If you question, hey, this don't make any sense, don't do it. But if it could possibly work, go for it. You have nothing to lose as long as you do what you need to do in this video and to actually put yourself in a position to win, guys. So do me a favor, guys. Links are below in the description box so that we can actually have a conversation. Tell me about your experience. I know a lot of these are going to be funny because a lot of you guys have been applying for stuff and it's probably way beyond your experience level. And you may have even got called in for it and then they just asking questions. Most of the time you probably haven't, but go ahead and comment below on your experience when you try to apply for jobs. Did you get it? Or you had no success? Let's have a conversation down in the comment section. The number 2 reason why you should apply for a job regardless of the job requirements is the fundamentals are the same across software development platforms. So if you got a good grasp of the fundamentals and you know, hey, array loops, all that stuff, and you actually can speak to a lot of that stuff on the job requirements. You may not necessarily have a direct experience with Salesforce, but you have experience with something equivalent like an active campaign or other CRMs. That's a reason to apply, guys, and that's the thing that I really cover in my actual 7-step guide, so that you can make sure that, hey, even though I don't have experience in this, but I've done similar things. Same fundamentals, guys, same process, same problem solving. It's just a different platform, different syntax. An experienced developer, a well-grounded developer, a developer who focuses on the fundamentals is going to be able to come in really fast and pick up on it. Now you got a great developer, already got experience, already have a foundation in software development, and now you have a really good employee. So you guys, I would always tell you guys, go ahead and apply to that. But be ready to speak to what's on that resume and also speak to what's in those job requirements to be able to identify or explain, hey, I know you guys say this on the job requirements, but I've done this, and this. Or I built projects in this, and this, so that you can actually, it makes sense to them. They know you know what you're talking about. You got that confidence level. You've solved these problems in the past. So you got that get started. You know how to get started. But I guess you guys are asking me, hey, Rob, how do I know what projects to work with? There's so much stuff out there. I've been using projects. Well, you haven't been using the right projects, guys. There's certain projects that stands above the rest. Different companies value different types of projects. You guys been using training projects, stuff, hello world, all the stuff you've been doing in your coding boot camp, your college degrees and all that. Companies don't care about that. Companies want stuff that moves the needle for their business. A lot of stuff, integrations, APIs, so much more, guys, that I can't cover in this video. But what I can do is I can cover in my 7-step guide. Links are below, guys, for that 7-step guide. Is going to help you guys take your career to the next level and let you know what to apply for so that you are within reason. And if you already got that 7-step guide, go ahead and try that developer 30-day Launchpad course, guys. You're going to put you on the roadmap so that you can get that job and know exactly what to apply for, and people take your resume serious. So I hate to see you guys struggle. So I definitely want you guys to go ahead and make sure you showcase yourself in a way people take you serious and make sure things are good, guys. So links are below to all those good. Last but not least, guys, the problems are the same across all platforms. I don't care, you go SAP, Salesforce, Oracle, Microsoft, the same problems. You got performance problems, you got integration problems, you got problems where you need to add fields, new functionality. Everything's the same. It just comes down to different syntax and how they go by their coding style and how they organize all their objects. Once you understand the fundamentals, the lay of the land, their approach to doing things, the sky's the limit. You can go to any platform. Once you know that and you got the fundamentals in your bag, you're ready to go, guys. So that's why I wanted to kind of let your mind, put you in the mindset of, hey, software development at its core is problem solving. And if you understand that and you know that, hey, there's differences in syntax and coding styles and all that, you can use the same SDL process to be able to solve problems, identify them, help the company grow, have balance, do a little end user training, and much, much more, guys. I can't stress that enough. And just imagine you sitting down there in an interview, somebody who you can basically have zero experience, but you work somewhere else that, hey, I used to work on the computer doing this repetitive task. I always wondered, hey, can I just put these variables in an Excel spreadsheet and it does all of these for each of those particular records? That's a loop, guys. That's an array, guys. That type of stuff right here. As long as you got that mindset, that problem solving mindset, the sky's the limit once you actually get some of those other elements that you need to actually improve your ability to actually solve problems, have the tools to be able to do it, and much, much more. But a lot of you guys, I'm gonna be quite frank, the emotional side of it, you don't have a plan. It's a struggle. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's easy, but what I will say, if you start from where you are the most comfortable in software development, whatever that may be, you identify that, work in that little small area, expand from there. Next thing you know, you look up, you do just a little bit a day, a week, 2 weeks, month, 6 months, you look back like, man, I built that. And you start from, you just don't know that little progression over time is a massive update or a massive change to where you're at. Sorry about that, guys. But at the end of the day, you got to start from somewhere. You got to have a plan of attack and you got to gain that confidence. Where do you get all that, guys? First of all, if you haven't already, sign up for that 7-step guide. We go into much, much detail and we find a solution specifically for you. And if you already signed up for a 7-step guide, go ahead and get that 30-day developer course, guys. It's gonna put you in a position so that you can expand your career, so that you can get those jobs and you can meet those job requirements and all that good stuff, guys. Like, subscribe to the content. If you have any additional questions or feedback, comment below. I'll put a link to the 7-step guide here on the screen. Now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.